You're in a plane cabin over the ocean when the aircraft banks and starts back the way it came. The engine noise stays steady. The seatbelt presses your lap. The armrest digs into your palms. Then it hits you, trapped dread, fast and total. Your chest tightens. Your stomach drops. Your hands grip harder. Your mind looks for a way out and finds aluminum, locked doors, and air. You tell yourself this is irrational, personal, weak, embarrassing, a glitch in a safe age. And the worst part is not the thought of impact. It is being sealed inside a machine you cannot leave. It is not random. It is not new. Long before aircraft existed, human survival depended on solid ground, balance, and the ability to move your own body out of danger. Exposure to height, falling, and total loss of control had to be treated as urgent. So the body carries an alarm built to read unsupported height and blocked escape as immediate threat. That solution did not vanish when the world changed. It still fires in a pressurized cabin, and it still leaves a price after the threat is over. That is why a safe landing does not always end the feeling. This inheritance reaches back 200,000 years. It is not a private flaw tucked inside a few unlucky people. It is old human equipment, carried forward into a world it was never designed to understand. Nearly everyone watching has some version of it, because the conditions that shaped it sat under human life for the whole span of our species. Which means the dread in that seat is not some strange defect invented by modern fear. It is a response with deep age, carried intact into a machine that lifts you far beyond the ground it expects. The wheels touch down, and your body still refuses to unclench. 200,000 years is what answers that reaction. Something in you is older than the landing. And it is not sleeping, it is active in the present tense. The plane levels out. A cart rattles somewhere behind you. The cabin stays sealed. The window holds only distance. And your body keeps acting as if action should be possible, even when none exists. Your shoulders stay high. Your jaw sets. Every small shift in the floor matters too much. Not because the aircraft is failing, but because the response running inside you was built to prepare for danger by making the body ready before thought can settle. That is why the feeling has such a peculiar shape. It is not just fear of dying. It is fear fused to immobility. You are carried through space, while your own body has no meaningful role in what happens next. The system driving that dread does exactly what it was meant to do. It raises alarm in a situation where height is real, movement is real, and control does not belong to you. So even when the cabin remains orderly, the body does not read order. It reads exposure. It reads dependence. It waits for the one thing it was built to trust and cannot find. Your fingers stay locked on the armrest. The seatbelt is still tight across your lap. The body is waiting for a kind of safety this machine cannot give. To understand that, you have to go back to the ground it came from. On land, a bad step could end everything. A steep slope of loose stone, a wet bank giving way under weight, a narrow ledge where one shift of the foot meant broken bones, a smashed ankle, a skull against rock. In that world, danger was not only the drop itself, it was what came after. If you were hurt far from shelter, the cold found you. If you could not stand, you could not keep up with the group. If you lost your footing where escape mattered, the body had no second chance. So the useful human was not the one who stayed calm at the edge. It was the one who felt the edge early, the one whose muscles tightened before the step, the one whose attention locked onto unstable ground, whose body pulled back from the lip, whose whole system treated loss of balance as urgent before the fall began. Fear came first. That was the point. Caution beat recovery. This was a land animal's solution to land problems. Stay close to footing you can test. Stay where your legs can still do something. Keep distance from drops, from unstable surfaces, from positions where movement stops belonging to you. You still carry that rule. Stand somewhere high, and your calves harden. Your breath shortens. Your skin wakes up. The response was built for cliffs, loose ledges, and trapped positions on solid ground. It was never built for a sealed cabin far above water. You can watch the old system do its job in a second. You walk near a sharp drop, your foot drifts too close to the edge, and your body steps back before you finish the thought. Your weight shifts away. The muscles along your legs and stomach lock down. Your eyes fix on the ground line. That quick retreat is useful. It keeps distance between your body and a place where one slip could turn movement into damage. Nothing in that reaction is confused. Height is real. The surface can fail. Your body still has options. You can lower your center of gravity, change direction, test the ground, put a hand on something stable, simply walk away. The alarm rises because action can still matter. Now place that same inheritance inside ordinary modern life. The office balcony with a low rail, the open stairwell in a parking garage, the sudden urge to grab the handrail when the steps feel steeper than they looked. The old pattern still earns its keep whenever ground, balance, and a controllable exit still belong to you. You feel it in the body before language arrives. A backward lean, a tightened thigh, a palm already reaching for support. The response still protects against real drops because it was tuned to motion, footing, and the distance between your body and the ground below. Then comes the part that does not fit. Inside an aircraft, the cabin is intact, the crew is trained, the machine is functioning, and your body reacts as if it has been carried into a fall it cannot correct. You are high above ground. Motion surrounds you. The surface under you cannot be tested. Your own legs cannot take you out. So the alarm starts looking for clues. A cart clicks against the floor, and your attention snaps to it. A change in engine pitch passes through the cabin, and you track it like a threat moving in the dark. The mind keeps watch over every sound because it has no useful path toward the ground. Then the body takes its own position. The plane steadies, but your shoulders stay lifted. Your jaw stays set. Your back and stomach keep bracing against motion that is already smoothed out. Reassurance reaches words. It does not reach the tightening under your skin. You sit there in a working machine, safe by every rule that matters to the machine, and still the older rule stays open. It has recognized height and blocked escape, and it has not yet discovered what to do with that. So it keeps spending you. The first drop is brief. Turbulence lifts the cabin, then the floor seems to leave you for a beat. Your stomach lurches. Your fingers clamp so hard your forearms burn. The tray table trembles. A bottle skids. A few heads rise at once, and your focus narrows to one thing only. Support just vanished. The body does not care that the aircraft is designed for this motion. Calm is gone in an instant. Thought shrinks. Every loose sound now ranks above whatever you were reading, eating, trying to finish, because sudden vertical motion has pulled the old alarm all the way forward. Then the wheels are down and the speed is gone, but the cost changes shape instead of ending. The plane waits on the taxiway. A pause. Then a slight turn. Then a brake check. Your shoulders do not drop. Your jaw stays hard. You track the engine note for signs of another change and scan the faces around you for clues before the crew says anything. The danger pattern has eased, yet attention stays pinned to motion and control. Energy keeps leaking into muscles that no longer have a job. Even sitting still becomes work. That is why the drain can outlast the event itself. Flight keeps feeding the same pattern back to the body. Altitude, confinement, forced stillness, strange movement, no way to test the surface, no way to move yourself to safety. A bad flight can deepen it, memory can sharpen it. But the route is older than memory. So you sit on level pavement, with your pulse still high, your legs still tight, your hands slow to open. The landing is over. The body has not been given control back. A child can know that modern aircraft are engineered, crews are trained, routes are routine, and still feel the same surge when the cabin drops. That is the answer. The system causing the dread is not waiting for a verdict from reason. It is matching a pattern. Height without ground, motion without self-direction, confinement without exit. Once those pieces lock together, the response arrives before any argument about safety can matter. That is why reassurance fails in such a specific way. The seatbelt sign clicks off and you stay rigid. A calm voice says everything is normal and your stomach does not believe it. You try to breathe slower, unclench your hands, look at the people around you, borrow their calm. Then the aircraft banks a little during taxi, a compartment door thumps, the cabin tilts under braking, and the whole chain starts again. Knowing better is not useless. It is just outranked. You cannot remove the trigger because the trigger is built into flight itself. The aircraft has to leave the ground. It has to move in ways your body does not direct. It has to keep you seated when the old rule demands action. Even after touchdown, you are still inside the same sealed arrangement that first set the alarm off. The ancient system is not asking whether the outcome will be fine. It is asking whether your own body has a path to correct danger, and the answer stays no until the door opens and your weight is yours again. So you feel it in a new place now. Not the grip in your hands, but the argument in your head losing to the tightness in your throat and the pull to get up before you are allowed. The body has one demand left: ground under your own step. Then the final turn of the screw comes after the moment everyone calls the safe part. The runway roll is done. The cabin loosens by degrees. People reach for phones, speak too early, laugh, complain about the delay. You are still listening for the next shift in the floor. A small change in engine sound pulls your eyes up. A brief stop before the gate holds your chest tight. Nothing is happening that should matter now. That is the point. The alarm is still open because the body has not recovered